Hello and welcome to Whittle Waffle. This isn't going to be a usual episode today. I was just watching some podcasts this week, and the hosts are all sitting in front of bookshelves the same way that I do when I record. And I'm always trying to see what's on the bookshelves and like trying to have a squint. So I thought I'd actually just show you some of mine, and I thought that, if you find that interesting and nebby goodness, great, and if you don't, you can come back when it's a proper episode. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you just a couple of the bookshelves, and then I'll maybe do it again and do some more if you like it. Okay, so let me turn the camera around. Okay, so if we're a little bit wobbly, I'm sorry, I'm standing on a chair. This is my top shelf. I'll go along. I might need to move this. Oh, look at him, isn't he lovely? So that's a little TARDIS toy with a Cyberman and Patrick Troughton. So hang on a second while I move him. He lives there on this shelf. And other toys things are, this is a teddy bear that used to hold a sign saying "World's Greatest Mom," that one of my kids got is Alice, I think, but he's lost his sign, but he's there. This is a Laszlo Award. Me and my friend Warwick ran the Laszlo Awards for the Robert Rankin fan club years and years ago. Punisher and a Daredevil, Funkos. His head has come off, but whatever. Okay, so my bookshelves start off where I can't reach them in quite good alphabetical order, and then it gets a bit random elsewhere. So these are two of the books in the Rivers of London series by Ben Aronovich. One of them is mine, one of them is my brother-in-law's, who lent it to me, and then he bloody well went and died, didn't he? So it's mine now. Thank you, Hugh. Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's more than one book. That's probably about 3 of them. It was a trilogy originally, I think, but it's 5 books, but I don't think that's all 5 of them. I've just realised this is here. There's a book called Floor by Cecilia Ahern, which I have not read and belongs to my friend Sandra, and I can't even remember when she lent it to us, but I don't think we were living in this house. So I must have had that about 5 years. Sorry, Sandra. A David Armand book, Kit Smulders. I haven't read it. I picked it up second hand at the library or something because it's got a library sticker on it. The Bear and the Nightingale, which was very recommended. I've started reading it. I haven't finished it, and then I bought it on Kindle thinking I might read it better if it was easier to carry around, and I still haven't finished it, but I am enjoying it. I will get there. These books, see if we can move the Punisher there without knacking him, by one of my favourite writers, Kelly Armstrong. This one, and this one are all from the Women of the Otherworld series, which are amazing. There's a lot more than this, but I read most of them out of the library. These ones were, the hardback ones were because I didn't want to wait. This one was the first one I ever bought, and it's been read a lot. I'm a big rereader. I reread a lot. This one's from another one of our series about a female assassin. I also have this on Kindle, and I've read that a few times, and I forgot I had the hard copy actually. Wizard of Oz. I used to read this to Tala a lot. Tala loved it. It's quite different from the film. It has different strange creatures and then things, and Tal loved them. Daredevil. So that's those. And then the end of this bookshelf is, oh, that's a Christmas decoration that shouldn't be up there, that Alice made. Alice is 23. She made this when she was 4. There you go. I'm a big fan of Jim Butcher. These are my preferred covers. Aren't they lovely? Look. So the thing is about the Dresden Files is that they're about a PI, private eye, who's a wizard. And I love these old covers because they look like the files that have been pulled out of an old filing cabinet, and I just love the look of these. That one's got a bullet hole in it and some fire. I just love them. I think they're so classy. And then they changed them to these ones with this guy in the hat, and they're fine, but I just don't think they're as characterful as these ones, which I really liked. But they don't do those ones anymore. And also, doesn't that spoil the look of them on the shelf, because there's different ones. I have a lot of these on Kindle. I have all of them on audiobook. This is a beloved series for me. These are the only ones I actually own. I don't know how that's happened. I have a lot of them on Kindle and audiobook, so not so many hard copies. Ignore the dust, please. I did not dust these shelves. I'll just pop the Punisher back. I'm sorry if this is making anybody feel a bit seasick. Next shelf down, interesting. We have the Simon Pegg section here with them in Hot Fuzz, which is one of my favourite all-time films. Shaun of the Dead, obviously, with Nick Frost, and Star Trek. Got a bit of a thing for Simon Pegg. It comes from Spaced, mostly. The nerd's nerd. But yeah, there you go. There's a mask I bought to go to a masquerade ball that we didn't end up going to. It got cancelled. But I think it's so pretty. It lives here. Agent Carter there, present from Isabel. Ooh. I think she's made it. It's okay. And of course the heat matches. Okay, him out of the way. This was a silly present my sister and brother-in-law got me years ago. It had blood orange juice in it. I hate to think how much it cost them. I cannot bear to get rid of the bottle. So it's all being cleaned out. It's probably a bit dusty. Hellboy. I love Hellboy. Little present off my husband. Oh, these are sunflower seeds from Hugh, my brother-in-law's funeral, that I can't quite bear to plant or get rid of or anything like that. So they just sit here so I can see him all the time. Another one of the Wizard of Oz books. I don't know why it's up there. I don't know why the other one was up there actually. But he should be up there. Anyway, all of these Clive Barker books are my husband's and not mine, and I've not read any of them, and I probably won't. Not my cup of tea. This one is mine, however. Diana Wynne Jones, The House of Many Ways, which is the sequel to Howl's Moving Castle. I read House of Many Ways first because I was given it. I used to blog for the SFX website back when there was an SFX website, and every now and again I would get a big box of books and tat and stuff as a thank you, and that was one of the books that came, and I absolutely loved it. And then I read Howl's Moving Castle. But the best way to experience Howl's Moving Castle is not the movie, which is admittedly lovely, but is to listen to John Sessions read it as an audiobook. Absolutely outstanding, amazing, fantastic, amazing. Behind all the Pegg collection is a book called The Children of Green Knoll, which is a children's book. And this is another one of my second-hand books. And they made a BBC children's television series about it in the 80s, which was absolutely terrifying. Absolutely wet your pants terrifying. I have a MC Beaton collection hiding behind there as well. They are all Hamish Macbeth books. The Agatha Raisins are okay. I don't really like them. I do, however, sorry if I were wonky, absolutely love the Hamish Macbeth books. They tend to be hilarious. I love the television series they were made on, which is very, very different to these books, which are just like a hot chocolate for your brain, and I love them, and they get reread a lot, not for a while because they mess up my display to get to them, but I love those books. I'll do one more and then we'll wrap it up, because I'm really worried about making people feel seasick because I'm incapable of holding the camera still. Sorry, just put the TARDIS back. So this is the next one down. I am terrible for having junk on my shelves. So I've got a little Eiffel Tower Alice bought us, a little knitted heart my friend Helen made us. This is some of my friend Sarah's artwork from this is her. Sarah, give us can you say, oh, where is it, which way? Sarah, give us an illustration. This is some artwork she did and then made into prints after we went to Malaga, and her artwork is delicious. Zolta from Big that my husband got his. Hoggle and Inigo Montoya, who's fallen over, bless him. Little Starship Enterprises I picked up at the market. A little Superman badge Tala bought me when she was little. This here was the it's one of those, it's not a Funko, it's a, can't remember. Anyway, this was on top of my wedding cake when I got married, and then these were presents of my husband. So yes, there was this to represent me on top of my wedding cake, and a Marty McFly to represent my husband. I think I'm just gonna have to get down off the tray now because I'm hang on close up of salt. That's better. Okay, so book wise, what have we got? Ooh, that's called, this book is Jasmine by Alex Bell, which is a modern fairy story, and it's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I've read that quite a few times and I loved it. What's that one? That one is Planet of the Apes, and it's not mine, that's Mark's. This is mine. The Land of Far Beyond by Enid Blyton. It is actually I think it's like loosely based on a Bible story. It's very gaudy. However, I loved this book when I was a little girl, and I didn't realise it was gaudy. I just thought it was the most amazing story. My mother chucked all my books out. We'll not talk about it, it's still raw. I mean, it was only like 30 years ago now, but it's still raw. And I've rebought a lot of them, and that's one of them. And they're really hard to get hold of now, bizarrely, and really expensive, but I didn't get that one for too bad. Audio books, short stories there. A couple of Ray Bradbury's. I absolutely love Ray Bradbury's, particularly this one, Something Wicked This Way Comes, and there's a book called Summer Morning, Summer Night or something. They're my favourites. Absolutely love them. Another Ray Bradbury. I don't know what that one is, so I suspect it's not mine. Ooh. I've had this since I was a little girl. It's one of the ones that escaped my mother. The Complete Works of Lewis Carroll. The paper inside is so thin, it's like school toilet tissue. So I don't read it very much these days because I'm frightened of it getting ruined. But it's an absolutely beautiful book. My sister has one that is like matches the series, and hers is the Brothers Grimm, and it always makes me smile when I go to her house and I see this sort of matching book. Angela Carter's Fairy Stories. I love fairy stories and I love Angela Carter, and this is a great one. Mike Carey, Fellside. Oh, that's a good one. This is when he's M.R. Carey rather than Mike Carey. It's really, I loved that. That was great. I read it in one go. I read it in about 4 hours in an afternoon, just one big gulp of a story. These ones I haven't read yet. There was a little worm badge hiding behind there. What was that one? A Wonder Woman badge. I haven't read these yet. My granddad gave me them, but they're waiting there for us. And this is The Girl with All the Gifts by Mike Carey, which I also haven't read yet, which I had forgotten that I even owned, and I think I might have just recently bought it on Kindle to read because I'd forgotten. These are some of the Mike Carey, Felix Castor books, which I think are absolutely incredible. They're some of my favourite urban fantasies. They're right up there with the Dresden Files. I absolutely adore them. And I have a few Lee Childs here. I'm not massively mad keen on the Reacher stories. They're good. They're not like unmissable, but they're good romps. It's like watching an action movie, reading one of those. You know what you're getting. They're not like, you know, they're not deep, meaningful, must be on your top 10 books to read it forever, but they're fun. A copy of The Wind in the Willows, and that, I can't remember what that is, and I can't even see. So yeah, that's the top 3. Should I do one more? No, it's 15 minutes, so I think that's enough. And the next shelf is very messy, as you can see. So I'll clean that and dust it, and come back and talk to you about it next time. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed a little look at my bookshelves, and I'll be back soon with another one of these.
You're listening to Whittle Waffle. Just a little bit of Whittle Waffle. whittlewwaffle.blogspot.co.uk. So, have a listen to some Whittle Waffle. Just a little bit of Whittle Waffle. Have a listen to some Whittle Waffle now. Everybody come, have a little bit of